I don't want. Okay, I don't want us to have.
I told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us details of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
To the news headlines, Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo inspects ongoing construction work on Benin-Asaba Dual Carriageway Road, comments President Bola Tinubu assures of timely completion of project.
The new hope agenda of Mr. President is taking this road straight to Asaba.
The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and State Independent Electoral Commission (SIECS) partners to strengthen local government elections.
Some responsibilities for electoral activities are actually exclusively those of INEC. For example, voter registration is exclusive responsibility of INEC, but we are under obligation to make the register of voters available.
A very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has said his administration will not relent on the anti-cultism, anti-kidnapping war and other criminal activities in ensuring that the state is safe for all. The governor disclosed this after a closed-door meeting with the commanders and leaders of the Special Security Squad on Wednesday evening in Government House, Benin City, on the outcome of the strategic importance of the interface.
The national anthem.
Governor Monday Okpebholo, his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, the Secretary to Edo State Government, Barrister Musa Ihilo, and an executive member of Edo State Special Security Squad, Comrade Amioleme Idemudia Noah, and other important personalities were present at the security meeting. At the meeting, the governor disclosed that the meeting was successful as those in attendance were able to strategize on how to continue the fight against cultism and kidnapping in Edo State. He said since the inauguration of the Special Security Squad, calmness has returned to Edo State and several arrests have been made by the squad in a series of raids carried out.
We had a very useful meeting and it's about fighting cultism. We want to see that Edo is safe for all of us to drive a strong economy.
The team is made up of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Police, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, hunters, vigilante groups, and repentant cultists, among other critical stakeholders in Edo State. The squad has identified some hotspots, unexpectedly raided them, and has made significant arrests of suspects and leaders of cult groups, and has restored relative peace to troubled parts of the state, especially in Benin City. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Edo State government has approved the construction of a water and flood control channel as an addition to the ongoing Ramat Park Flyover Bridge projects currently ongoing. The new addition was confirmed by BeeTv News after a visit to the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Honorable Paul Ohobamu. BeeTv News God Gift Omone brings us more.
People complain about GRO. He said we have to do holistic work.
not patch, you just patch here.
Confirming the development, the Edo State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Honorable Paul Ohobamo, said in a recent interview, Executive Council meeting, Council approved the construction of water channel at the Ramat Park flyover bridge. He said the new adjustments will address the problem of flood in the area, saying that the flood will now be channeled into the Ikpoba River for safety of the commuters and longevity of the project.
But normally, when a project such as that is being put down, the governor knows that those who have, authentic legal title to their properties there will be taken care of. That is the normal practice. So unless they are living there without, legal title, they are illegally using that area. Those who are legally there with re-title to properties, the government cannot put down your property without compensation or take you out of your place of work or your property, like house now or stores you have. Those things will be taken care of. But just the last ESCO, we approved again, another work attached. It's now a sort of appurtenance to the flyover, the control of floods, drainage control, how the contract has been awarded for that to take the flood there to Ikpoba River. That's another work that was not envisaged, but as was started, experts will come up with other. These are intervening events. You will now do all, and so that it will be holistically done. So these are the issues. Ordinarily, 1 year 6 months is what was planned for the Ramat Park flyover. But with this other work now, which we didn't envisage, which now is coming up because with this rain you now saw the attendant danger, risk of leaving the place like that and not attending to such. Take it to Igbenedion Road, Amiobaseki Street, through that route, both underground and overland drainage, straight to the Ikpoba River. That is a new one now.
The news crew visited the construction to ascertain the progress of work. The project consultant, Engineer Israel, who buttressed the commissioner's statement and explained that the integration of the water channel was factored into the broader project plan without altering the original delivery time.
Currently, the work is going on smoothly, and we also putting some plans in place on how to channel the runoff from this very site down to the river. So that is still ongoing, and currently, like now, we are still doing the bridge work. So we are not yet done with that. So once we are done with the bridge work, we enter the road work. So once we enter the road work, we start excavating for the line drain and the channel where we're going to channel it down to the river. So that one is still ongoing for now, and that does not actually disturb the current duration for this project. The 18 months for the project still stands. So that is the current information now.
Despite the addition of the water and flood control channel to the construction of the Ramat Park flyover bridge project, both the Edo State government and the project consultant have maintained that the stipulated 18-month delivery timeline remains intact. The development is expected to improve flood management in the area and ensure the structural durability of the flyover upon completion. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Edo State Governor, His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo, has carried out a comprehensive inspection tour of critical infrastructure projects across Edo State and declared them as tangible fruits of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. During the inspection, Mr. KV Rayo, Project Director for African Plus Partners and the Benin-Asaba Expressway Concession Company Limited, said about 20 kilometers of the dual-carriage 10-lane expressway are projected to be completed before the Christmas of 2025. BeeTv News' Best Orator has the details.
Governor Monday Okpebholo's inspection of ongoing road construction work highlights the monumental expansion of the Benin-Asaba Expressway, the reconstruction of the Amufi Road, and the ongoing flyover construction at Ramat Park, all poised to redefine connectivity and economic vibrancy in the region. The centerpiece of the inspection was the ambitious Benin-Asaba Expressway, a project Governor Monday Okpebholo hailed as a cornerstone of President Tinubu's vision. Governor Okpebholo, visibly impressed by the progress and the scale of the project, articulated the federal government's commitment to delivering on its promises. The governor further underscored the project's significance as a direct outcome of high-level government engagements.
This is the New Hope agenda of Mr. President. He's taking this road straight to Asaba. It's going to be, at the end of the day, 10 lanes, 5 on this side, 5 on the other side. But what they are doing now is palliative, to make the road more travelable. Remember that when this road was flagged up a few months ago, the Minister for Works was here, then Finance Minister was here, I was also here. This is the fruit of that flag off. And this is demonstration of Mr. President's New Hope agenda for our people.
Beyond the expressway, the governor also reviewed the progress on Amufi Road in the Agbo Road area, which connects 4 communities, Amufi, Okpaga, Iyanomo, and Igwikwe communities. Governor Okpebholo also reviewed the progress on the vital flyover projects at Ramat Park. These urban infrastructural developments are set to complement the expressway, alleviating traffic bottlenecks and enhancing the daily lives of Benin City residents. Mr. K.V. Rao, the project director for African Plus Partners and the Benin-Asaba Expressway Consensus Company Limited, explained the progress made so far. He said real work is going to commence on August 5th, 2025, and that the existing route will be transformed into a 10-lane, featuring 2 main carriageways with 2 lanes left, 2 lanes right, and 2 dedicated service roads on both sides.
Are going to be there. Left is going to be 1 line, 1 meter by 1 meter. Right is also going to be there, 1 meter by 1 meter. All the electrical lines are going to be shifted to the ends, so that there will not be any cross line and all the things. What do you think? To His Excellency for giving this opportunity, express my execution process.
The governor's inspection serves as a powerful declaration that the renewed hope agenda is not just a slogan, but a blueprint for tangible development, with the people of Edo State ready to be among its primary beneficiaries. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission is strengthening ties with state electoral commissions to improve the credibility of local government elections. INEC Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu made this known while receiving the leadership of the Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions of Nigeria in Abuja. BeeTv News' Saragi Agogo has details.
The newly inaugurated leadership of the Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions of Nigeria, led by Chairman Maman Eri, was at INEC headquarters in Abuja to seek collaboration. INEC Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu emphasized the joint responsibility of both bodies in safeguarding electoral integrity at the grassroots. He expressed concern over the poor credibility of local government elections in many states, warning that failing to issue timely election notices violates the Electoral Act.
Some responsibilities for electoral activities are actually exclusively those of INEC. For example, voter registration is exclusive responsibility of INEC, but we are under obligation to make the register of voters available, the current register of voters available to the state electoral commissions.
On his part, FOSICON Chairman Mamam Eri sought INEC support in areas such as technical assistance, capacity building, and knowledge sharing.
Also, of the states have their own laws that have been enacted and passed by the House of Assemblies. And the fact remains that most of us have this issue of 90 days notice of election. And from all indications, one of the Supreme Court judgment hammered on the issue of 360 days.
Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to delivering more transparent and credible local elections across the country. Osarogie Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The children and grandchildren of the late Mrs. Victoria Nusayaba Idahosa Nee Jegede had held a grand reception in honor of their mother's life and legacy. The event drew a distinguished crowd of dignitaries and guests who came to celebrate her lasting impact as they remembered and celebrated the legacies of the late Mrs. Idahosa. BeeTv News Best Orator has details.
The 15 years remembrance ceremony of late Mrs. Victoria Nusayaba Idahosa Nee Jegede, the mother of an APC chieftain in Ikpoboka local government area of Edo State, Honorable Sabo Idahosa, was held in a grand style at the Dome Event Center, drawing a crowd of notable guests, community leaders, and friends. The event was a vibrant celebration of her life and the lasting impact she made. Guests dressed in a colorful attire, including figures such as a former two-time Deputy Governor of Edo State, Dr. Pius Igberame Odubu, the Deputy Chief of Staff to Edo State Governor, Honorable Pius Alile, former member representing the Ikpoboka constituency at the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Henry Okwarobo, the Chairman, Edo State Forestry Commission, Honorable Valentin Wamagbe Aswe, the Women in Politics Support Group, and chiefs from various communities. The celebration was filled with music and joy as Esther Edokpayi, alias the Lady of Songs, provided wonderful musical entertainment with Honorable Osarbo Idahosa leading guests and friends to the dance floor. In an interview, late Mrs. Victoria Nusayaba Idahosa's children, Honorable Osabo Idahosa and Mr. Kingsley Idahosa, expressed joy in celebrating their mother's legacy. They noted that the impressive turnout of guests was a testament to her impactful life and why she is so fondly remembered.
I'm very happy to receive all the kind of guests and the dignitaries that are here today. My greatest surprise is what I saw here is more than what I was expecting. So I'm happy. I believe my mother, anywhere she is today, she will be very, very. I don't really know what to say. I thank them. I cannot know how to thank them. I thank them so much for them to have time to be with me and celebrate my most remembrance.
He's a rugged fighter, a determined person with high intelligence. She knows how to go for what she wants.
Party leaders and other guests echoed their sentiments, sharing stories of the positive influence late Mrs. Victoria Nusayaba Idahosa had on their lives. They congratulated her children on the successful event and for carrying on her legacy.
Thank God for the life of the children, particularly Honorable Sabo Idahosa, for celebrating him more. And we also thank God that we are all here to celebrate with him.
The woman left a very formidable legacy. Yeah. Her name is still on. Her legacies are visible.
Since the demise of the mom, it has become so much of greatness to its entire family.
For the children to gather together and do this is not easy. May He give them long life and prosperity and keep them alive.
Whatever we have seen today is the fruit of our labor. Whatever she did while she was alive, this is the result. And I want to congratulate the children and thank them for being able to remember their great mother.
Mama Idahosa was a good mother and he gave birth to a wonderful children. That's why you see the caliber of people that you are seeing here today. And by the grace of God, as they celebrate their mother, so their children will celebrate them in the mighty name of Jesus.
He's a man for everyone. He loves everyone. We all love him. He's a leader. He's our number one. We have come to celebrate with him for his mother's remembrance.
The ceremony was a heartfelt tribute to a life well lived, showcasing how late Mrs. Victoria Nusayaba Idahosa Nee Jegede impact continues to be celebrated by those whose life she touched. Guests were well treated with varieties of meals and assorted drinks. Best Orator reporting.
The Director General of the Edo State Migration Agency, EDMA, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, has reiterated the agency's unwavering commitment to tackling human trafficking through advocacy and coordinated action. He was speaking ahead of the International Day Against Trafficking in person. BeeTv News' Best Orator has details.
As I tell you earlier, Kano is on the lead, while Edo is dropping drastically. It's dropping because Governor Modubebolo is doing much on migration agency, and we intend to do more.
The Director General, Edo State Migration Agency, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, emphasized that the agency remains focused on 4 key areas, namely prevention, protection, prosecution, and partnership with relevant stakeholders in the fight against trafficking in person. He highlighted the agency's achievements since assumption of office and acknowledged the strong support of Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo in shifting the narrative that once associated Edo State with human trafficking.
Why would you feel you are a staff working in Edo State Migration Agency and you come into work from Aduawa, only for you to be stuck in Aduawa? You spend 4-5 hours in that place, you end up getting a query in your place of work. For the fact that previous government failed to produce or provide a feasible road that is possible, accessible by everybody in society. Like this Governor Modubebolo just did in Aduawa, is going to go a long way. For example, those drivers who want to leave, they want to stay. What about those employees who stays in that place? What about those bankers? What about those youth coming up? What about those students? Also, you see that Mr. Governor is budgeting a lot of money on agriculture. Like this year budget, agriculture take the lead, I guess. Yes, they took the lead. They spend a lot on agriculture. I had a discussion with the SA on agriculture. We discussed extensively. We talk about collaboration, how I can send returnees and potential migrants to invest on agricultural sector. These are the measures he's putting down. What about the area of education, where Mr. Governor is spending billions? For example, I saw last fortnight where he bring out $1 billion for bursary for students in school. We all saw that, right? This bursary will help to mitigate the loss the student would have faced. For example, a student who was not having a school fees, do you know that bursary can actually help them? You know, a lot of persons have been dropped out of school because they don't have access to this bursary and funding. Mr. Governor is doing that. When I say Mr. Governor is fighting irregular migration, I mean business.
According to the Director General, the Edo State government is fully committed to eradicating human trafficking and repositioning Edo as a model of effective migration management. He also revealed that the agency has been actively collaborating with critical national bodies such as the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the DSS, and other security agencies to ensure effective enforcement. In addition, he said the Edo State Migration Agency has engaged with other foreign embassies in Nigeria to advocate for improved visa policies and more transparent processes for Nigerians seeking to travel abroad.
By the grace of God, few times from now, I will tell you that we have 0 or less irregular migration or human trafficking. The law that made the Edo State Task Force was repealed in 2024, which evolved into the Migration Agency. Our Migration Agency was formed October 14th, 2024. But then also we spoke extensively with the European Union when we visited. I told them, as somebody who's traveled around the world, who's seen the world at large, that the Philippines have a very good strategic labor law, where if they have vacancies in Europe, in Canada, they send all the vacancies to Philippines. They have people to come and get up this job in their country. I fought that as we speak. Of course, we are on the concluding stage, where if they have a vacancy, let them send it to me in Edo. Let the local government share it around the tourists in the total district, where people don't need to travel just the way because they needed a job. If we are promoting a safe migration, we should have a testimony or something for them to hook up onto. Why the question you ask is we are in partnership with the MROC, the Migrant Resource Center. The best we can do is to teach you how to travel on a safe migration, not to end up as a human trafficker. So when we teach you that visas are not bought, visas are processed. For example, it requires you to bring your hotel reservation where you are going to, your statement of account, your proof of employment, because they want to see that you are going there and coming back, not to carry a burden on them. So those are the things that you need. It's your duty to bring it together. It's our duty to give you awareness. Oh, you don't need to go through Libya route. We are not discouraging you not to travel, but Mr. Governor don't want anybody to die in Libya. Because we set up a structure around all the African countries. As a Nigerian diaspora, we have one focal person in each African countries. When anything is going wrong, they contact us. That is how we are able to fight this irregular migration to the barest minimum. That you see that Edo State is dropping from the state it was as the hub for human traffickers and all that. Today, we are in a very good stage.
Issuing a stern warning to those involved in human trafficking, Honorable Lucky Agazuma made it clear that the government will pursue and prosecute offenders in accordance with the law. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The All Progressive Congress, APC, in Edo State has inaugurated a campaign council for Ovia Federal Constituency by-election. The event, which took place at the APC Secretariat in Benin City, was presided over by Emperor Jarrett Tenebe, the party's state chairman.
It is just 16 days to the by-election into Ovia Federal Constituency and that of Edo Central Senatorial District of Edo State. APC chairman in Edo State, Emperor Jarrett Tenebe, on Wednesday inaugurated the campaign council for the Ovia Federal Constituency seat at the party secretariat on Ipopan Road in Benin City, with a mandate for members of the committee to deliver the party's candidate, Honorable Barrister Omosede Igbinedion. Addressing the chairman of the various committees, Tenebe charged them to approach the campaign with seriousness to demonstrate that APC was prepared to deliver the 2.5 million votes that Governor Monday Okpebholo has promised to contribute to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's victory in the 2027 presidential election, saying that Ovia Federal Constituency and Edo Central Senatorial District election will be used as litmus test. The Secretary of APC in Edo State, Engineer Lawrence Oka, who administered the oath, charged members to deliver the APC candidate, Honorable Barrister Omosede Igbinedion, on August 16 to prove to the world that APC was in full control of Edo State. He directed that every leader must retire to their wards and unit to campaign vigorously for the victory of the party and its candidate, Honorable Barrister Omosede Igbinedion. The APC chairman Tenebe added that the APC state youth leader, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adun, will head the emergency task force to ensure total compliance and give grant support to ensure victory. The Director General of the Omosede Igbinedion Campaign Council, Honorable Charity Amayamo, in his vote of thanks, promised to ensure victory for the party and Honorable Barrister Omosede Igbinedion. He said APC will record sweet victory in Ovia because the people are solidly behind the party and its candidates. The chairman of the various committees are His Excellency Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, Chairman of the Campaign Council, Honorable Charity Amayamo, Director General of the Campaign Council, Comrade Benson Edosoma, Chairman Campaign Advisory Council. Others are Mrs. Angela Okpame, Chairperson Women Mobilization, Afolagba De Emmanuel, Chairman Youth Mobilization, Scott Ogbemudia, Chairman Strategy Planning, Comrade Orobosa Omojo JP, Chairman Publicity and Communication, Honorable Frank Gobadia, he is in charge of Finance, Charles Orosaye is the Chairman Contact and Mobilization, and Osarieme Ojo is the Chairman Security. Recently, Governor Monday Okpebholo visited Okada and commenced the campaign in Ovia, where he received some former members of the PDP into the fold of the APC and urged Ovia people to vote massively for Honorable Barrister Omosede Igbinedion.
In a few days, I'll be coming back here, not to receive the campaigns, but to campaign. To let our people know that the choice for Ovia Federal Constituency is the right choice for the people. You have tested that before. Mr. Project is now handing it into another Madam Project. Is that not so?
The Ovia Federal Constituency by-election holds on Saturday, August 16, 2025. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Some Nigerians have reacted to a protest staged by some Ghanaians against Nigerians, demanding for them to leave their country, alleging that Nigerians in Ghana are engaging in illicit activities. BeeTv News Osaragi Agwebo reports that the resident described the protest as unjust, stating that not all Nigerians are involved in the alleged illicit activities. They wondered why Ghanaians would generalize the allegations and urged the Nigerian government to improve economic opportunities in the country to curb the flow of Nigerians traveling to other countries.
Recently, a viral video surfaced online showing a large-scale protest by Ghanaians demanding Nigerians to leave their country, alleging that Nigerians in Ghana are engaging in illicit activities, including mass prostitution, kidnapping, armed robbery, and other fraudulent acts. The incident sparked widespread reactions, with many Nigerians describing the incident as a payback, drawing parallels to 1983 Ghana Must Go phenomenon. During that time, Nigeria government under President Shehu Shagari enacted a directive ordering about 2 million undocumented immigrants, many of whom were Ghanaians, to leave the country, noting that if they don't leave, they should be arrested, tried, and sent back to their homes. According to the president, then, illegal migrants under normal circumstances should not be given any notice whatsoever. If you break a law, then you have to pay for it. This action then gave birth to a check bag called Ghana Must Go, into which the Ghanaians packed their belongings and in turn became a symbol of exclusion and intolerance. However, reacting to the incident, some residents in Benin City described the Ghanaians' Nigeria Must Go protest as unjust, stating that not all Nigerians are involved in alleged illicit activities. They said there are many Nigerians in Ghana who are law-abiding and engage in genuine businesses, and wonder why Ghana would generalize that all Nigerians are involved in illicit activities. They emphasized that every human being has the right to freedom of movement and shouldn't be judged based on nationality.
Most of our boys and our guests in Ghana, some of them, many of them, majority, they do genuine work, while some few engage in all those rituals. But since it don't happen like that, they will classify to everybody, both our guests and the boys, all the Nigeria boys and all the. But when you cross-check very well, you see that for those ones where they do genuine work, I go like use this opportunity beg the Ghana government, say may they cross check our guests and our boys for Ghana. Those ones where they do genuine work, may they free them. Then those ones where they into I will put it or ritual or maybe kind of work where they do not they genuine. They feel bring those ones back.
What I say actually concerning Nigeria Must Go. So to me, I don't see it as a payback. I see it as for long now, Nigeria have been living in Ghana peacefully. Maybe on their own view, they believe that the atrocity or one or the other that is not good to them is Nigeria that has causing it. That sounds so. But for me to say Nigeria must go, it's not a good thing to me, because actually each country needs each other to survive. I believe Nigeria, most of them, they are doing very well, supporting the Ghanaian citizens, supporting the government, pay tax, do all sorts of things to increase the economy of the country, Ghana.
Actually, my take is that I don't think it's a payback, but actually, because they're actually doing the right thing. They are fighting for peace and they are looking towards seeing a good country. Okay. So they actually do what's right. Actually, for me, I don't think there's something more there they are going there to do. Because if it's in terms of work, they are working in Nigeria to do. So some think that's a way of making income very fast by doing some of those things, which is think that Nigeria is doing there, but not all.
The resident urged the Nigeria government to improve economic opportunities in the country to curb the flow of Nigerians traveling abroad, noting that the absence and non-functionality of some social amenities is why many Nigerians are relocating to other countries, including Ghana.
It's not a payback, Nigeria, but what caused those things mostly? Nigeria is in many countries, and they are no longer recognized now. So can see different kind of things. If this country is organized mostly, those things will not happen. They will respect Nigeria anywhere they are.
Seeing the two governments meeting together, I help a lot towards they can actually sit down to discuss peace, the unity of peace. Then they can always conclude, because even with the citizen, the government has the head. They don't want to finalize on what they can do and the actions they can take.
These are government to do. I know the other things can be happening. Other about Lagos is going to be happening. So let the government get to work an economy and make sure people know the danger of all those countries. Yeah. So I don't think it's not a paper. It's not paper. And that's because economy is getting better, but Nigeria is going down.
It's a good thing for them to renegotiate to each other, so that we cannot be seeing ourselves as enemies. So that now we bring some of a very bad omen, very disagreement between the two countries. I know before now, they have been saying Nigeria, tens of people, they are playing, but they say super chicken, you are not super ego, we say black this and that, but that. But my only advice to them, for them to cool down, so for Ghana to take it easy.
Meanwhile, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu visited Ghana to de-escalate the situation. During a press briefing in Ghana on Wednesday, she called for peace, noting that relevant authorities in both Nigeria and Ghana are addressing the issue. Osarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The 2025 National Convention of Police Officers' Wives Association, POA, was held in Lagos for the first time during participation from across the country. The event themed Unlocking Power Potential and Transformational Leadership, focused on empowering members through leadership development and personal growth. BeeTv News' Favor Kolawole has details.
The Lagos State government was represented by an all-female delegation, enhancing its support for women-led initiatives. Traditional rulers and other dignitaries also attend the convention, which serves as a platform to promote awareness on key social issues and the contribution of police officers' families to national security.
Our vision is mainly to improve the welfare of police officers and their families, and also to support community development. A transformational leader foster a positive and productive environment, driving growth and change within the organization and communities.
The Inspector General of Police represented at the event acknowledged the association's role in enhancing the welfare and morale of police personnel, describing it as a strategic support system for the force.
Your work, often unsung, is felt across every barracks, every household, and in the moral strength of every officer who wears the badge. This seminar, in many ways, is a bold step forward. It affirms that the role of police wife is not merely domestic or ceremonial, but strategic.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu declared the convention open, highlighting the relevance of the theme to the ongoing efforts to promote self-development and resilience among members of the association.
Together, a multicultural community of women, and plays a transformative role in improving the socio-economic conditions of police families across Nigeria, fostering unity, empowerment, and a strong support network for law enforcement families.
A lot of us women here have potentials that are hidden, and if by these conventions and the aims and objectives of POA, which I have tried to glance through, empowering the women, fostering relationships and the likes like that, we might discover that there are some hidden potentials that you don't even know that you have.
The convention includes seminar sessions covering a range of critical issues such as personal care, mental health, domestic and sexual violence, and community support strategy. The sessions aim to build capacity, promote wellness, and enhance the leadership potential of participants. Favor Kolawole reporting for BeeTv News.
Kayode Egbetukun, the Inspector General of Police, had received a delegation from the ECOWAS network of electoral commissions at the force headquarters, Abuja. The delegation was led by the chairperson of the National Elections Commission of Liberia, Davidieta Lassana. This visit was a follow-up dialogue on the implementation of electoral policies ahead of the nation's general election. At the meeting, the Inspector General of Police highlighted the critical role the Nigerian police force plays in safeguarding the electoral process.
For securing the electoral polls, and then to see how best to expedite actions in charging perpetrators of electoral violence to court to serve as a deterrent for future elections.
The role of the Nigerian police in the electoral process in Nigeria is crucial, and we are aware of these critical roles that we play. Our responsibilities are in three stages, three phases. We have the pre-election duty. We have our duties on the election day, the election day duties, and we also have post-election duties. We also have responsibility after the election, and that's what we call the post-election duties.
The National Directorate of Employment has launched an application portal to kickstart the second phase of the Renewed Hope Employment Initiative. Director General Salah Agara says application is strictly online and warns applicants not to fall prey to scammers by paying money to be captured. 16,000 of the 27,000 eligible applicants' application that will be considered for training in about 800 training centers across the country will be empowered with Status Park. The second phase of the federal government's employment opportunity is targeted at only the unskilled and unemployed aged between 18 and 45 years.
The registration portal will be open for 2 weeks, effective from Monday 28 July 2025 to Monday 11th of August 2025, and thereafter we will process the applications from 12th August to 22nd of August 2025.
The Nigerian police force has successfully rescued 35 women and children who were kidnapped by bandits in Niger State. The victims, comprising 16 women and 19 children, were abducted at various times, with one victim reportedly held in captivity for over 11 years. The most recent abduction occurred in February 2024 in the Shiro and Rafi local government areas of the state. BeeTv News' Esohe Osewenge has more.
Police authorities reported that the victims were intercepted between July 3rd and 5th, 2025, while the bandits were attempting to relocate them. One of the rescued individuals had been in captivity for more than a year. Following the rescue, the victims are currently undergoing psychosocial support and rehabilitation to aid their reintegration into society. In Mina, the Federation of Muslim Women Association in Nigeria has commenced training sessions for relevant stakeholders. The training focuses on the application of psychosocial and religious approaches to assist the victims in their healing and reintegration process.
Well, because the ones that are under police custody now, most of them are women, and some of them are even pregnant, and some of them are carrying babies. And from the reports we read, some of them are already saying that they want to go back to their husbands because some of them are already married there.
Psychologically, their brains and minds have been worked upon. They have been made to believe that the life there is okay for them. Some of them have lost their brains and minds. They can't think straight.
We're going to engage the community leaders. We're going to engage religious leaders in these communities to educate them on what religion, especially Islam and Christianity, said about how to handle survivors. The idea is to ensure that these survivors did not face stigmatization.
Authorities have confirmed that concrete measures are being implemented to ensure the safe return of the victims to their families. The reintegration process began immediately after the rescue, with continuous monitoring planned to support their long-term recovery. Esohe Osewenge reporting for BeeTv News.
In the aftermath of the recent devastating flood in Yola South local government area of Adamawa State, residents of affected communities have raised concerns over the possible cause of the disaster. Many have attributed the flooding to a dam located at Kiri Hills in the neighboring Fufore local government area. The dam, situated within a mining concession and operated by a private mining company, is alleged to have failed, triggering the flood that displaced residents and damaged property. The claims prompted an official response from the state government. Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri visited the site of the alleged dam failure to assess the situation and determine its role in the flood. The inspection revealed that the dam in question is a relatively small structure, functioning more as a collection pond than a full-scale reservoir.
Two different discharge. One is an emergency, and temporarily this is what we are using for the time being before we can create a more comprehensive spillway.
This is a licensed mining site. It's not illegal. We were here on a Saturday before the flood. Where you saw us now standing, it was the same thing. We came again after the flood. It is still the same thing. If it is a flood, the whole of this list we have completely gone?
Potentially, if not properly handled, perhaps with more rainfalls, it could be a threat. But at the moment, and with the past flood, this place was safe.
I think even in the next 10 years, with the water level we have seen here, it can't be a threat. So we'll go back to the community and see and continue to make our assessment, the blockages and the rest, and remove them and give the people an ease of life.
And now to the business news. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has confirmed the successful migration of all Nigerian telecommunication companies to its upgraded National Identification Number, NIN, verification platform, NIN Authority. The updated system is designed to enhance data protection, improve service delivery, and strengthen digital identity management in Nigeria. Let's join BeeTv News' Esohe Osewenge for details of this and more from the business world.
According to NIMC, the NIN Auth platform built internally provides secure and seamless access to identity verification services. It improves user authentication, ensures stronger privacy standards, and supports telecom operations, including SIM registrations, swaps, replacement, and number porting. During the outage, the Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria advised customers to delay SIM-related requests. The Nigerian Communications Commission and NIMC worked closely with telecom operators to resolve the integration issues. Now fully operational, the NIN Auth system is expected to give Nigerians more control over their identity data. NIMC advised the public to contact their telecom providers for any issues related to SIM registration, retrieval, or migration. The African Development Bank has approved a $1.2 million grant to support a visibility study on battery energy storage systems in Nigeria. The initiative aims to explore technical, financial, and regulatory models for the deployment of BEES to enhance the stability and resilience of Nigeria's national power grid. The visibility study was officially launched at a workshop in Abuja, hosted in collaboration with the Transmission Company of Nigeria and the Sustainable Energy Fund for Africa. The study will address key issues such as grid frequency regulation, blackout recovery capabilities, and improving overall power quality. Africa, which owns approximately 60% of the world's best solar energy resources, currently accounts for just 2% of global energy storage capacity. The study seeks to bridge this gap in Nigeria by providing actionable insights and attracting private sector investment into the country's energy storage infrastructure. The federal government has announced that ongoing economic reforms under President Bola Tinubu have led to a 42.6% reduction in the domestic debt of northern Nigerian states. The disclosure was made by the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu, during a two-day interactive session in Kaduna organized by the Sir Ahmed Bello Memorial Foundation. According to the ministry, reforms such as the removal of fuel subsidies and improved revenue allocation mechanisms have contributed to increased federal revenue and a decline in state debts. From May 2023 to June 2025, statutory allocations and VAT disbursement to state and local government rose from 458.81 billion naira to 991.81 billion naira, marking a 116.17% increase. The total domestic debt for all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory dropped by 33.4%, from 5.8 trillion to 3.8 trillion. In the North, the figure declined from 1.98 trillion to 1.14 trillion. UAC of Nigeria PLC has entered into an agreement to acquire Chi Limited, the producer of Chivita and Hollandia beverages, from the Coca-Cola Company. The acquisition is pending regulatory approval and is seen as a strategic expansion of UAC's presence in the Nigerian fast-moving consumer goods sector. Chi Limited manufactures a wide range of products including value-added dairy, juices, nectars, still drinks, and snacks. The company has established Chivita and Hollandia as leading brands in their categories and employs over 5,000 workers. UAC emphasized that the acquisition aligns with its growth agenda and will enhance its footprint in food and beverages. It is also expected to build on Chi Limited's legacy of innovation and product excellence. And that is the end of the business news segment for tonight. I am Soher Osenegi, reporting for BeeTv News.
And now looking at the global scenes where Canada, the UK, and France intend to recognize a Palestinian state, diverging from the US, which continues to support Israel. Also, Trump tariff could deal a blow to India's growth and exports. BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo has more on this and more from the foreign scene.
Canada, the UK and France plan to recognize a Palestinian state breaking from the US, which remains aligned with Israel. At a UN conference led by France and Saudi Arabia, the Trump administration was absent and dismissed the event as anti-Israel. While Antony Blinken once outlined a post-war vision for Gaza, the Trump administration abandoned it and has no clear long-term plan as Gaza faces worsening humanitarian crisis. European and Arab nations push for a two-state solution, filling the diplomatic gap left by the US. President Trump's 25% tariff and an added penalty on Indian imports citing India's trade with Russia have sparked concern over economic fallout. Experts warn of reduced growth and export competitiveness, particularly in key sectors. India is assessing the impact, while opposition criticizes Modi's foreign policy. Despite tensions, trade talks continue with hopes of a fall agreement to lower tariffs and stabilize relations. Severe cuts to humanitarian aid in northeastern Nigeria are deepening the crisis for displaced people and increasing the risk of Boko Haram recruitment, according to the UN and aid agencies. The World Food Programme has run out of supplies, forcing thousands in camps like Goza to survive on minimal support. Malnutrition, especially among children, is surging, with many clinics on the brink of closure. Despite Nigeria's efforts to address the crisis, including the launch of a National Nutrition Board, funding shortfalls and ongoing insecurity continue to devastate vulnerable communities, leaving many fearful for their survival and future. And that is all so far from the global scenes. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
Former Big Brother Naija star Ike Onyema has appealed to the organizers of the ongoing BB Naija Season 10 not to initiate evictions within the first month of the show. Let's join BeeTv News' God Gift Omone for details of this and more from the entertainment world.
His request followed the announcement that all 28 housemates were placed on possible eviction after Monday nomination session. IK emphasized that several contestants, including Koyin and Sabrina, have shown strong entertainment value. The first eviction is scheduled for Sunday. In another development, popular Nigeria Dix Junkie and Billionaire heiress DJ Copy have reaffirmed that marriage remains a priority for her. She revealed that she often reminds God of her single status whenever she sees wedding photos online. This follows her public breakup with British boxer Ryan Taylor in 2023. Copy recently confirmed she's single but is currently engaging in conversations with multiple men with plans to commit to the most suitable partner. Nigerian activist Martins Otse, known as Very Dark Man, has announced plans to visit Anambra State on August 4, 2025, to hold a candlelight procession in honor of the late businessman Ifesinachi Oyekere, also known as Fish Magnet. Onyekere was kidnapped from his home in Awka South local government area. Despite a ransom being paid, his body was later found, prompting widespread condemnation. Very Dark Man expressed concern over rising insecurity in Anambra and pledged to carry out a public awareness walk through the fish market. The event will be scheduled to avoid clashing with the region's sit-at-home order. American actress Jenna Ortega has shared that the level of fame she received following the release of the Netflix series Wednesday was overwhelming. The first season, released in 2022, became Netflix's most popular English-language series. Ortega stated that she was unprepared for the sudden attention, but remains grateful for the show's success. The upcoming second season, set to be released next week, will continue the story of Wednesday Addams at Nevermore Academy, introducing new storylines and an expanded role for her parents. Ortega praised the development of character arcs and expressed appreciation for being part of the project. And that is it from the entertainment world, because Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Victor Boniface has congratulated his Super Eagles teammate Victor Osimhen on a sensational €75 million return to Galatasaray with a forward message. Let's now join our BeeTv News correspondent Freeman Osawe, who has more on this and others from the sport world.
Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface has taken to Instagram to celebrate his compatriot Victor Osimhen. Osimhen's record-breaking move with a simple yet powerful message. The club and fans closely tracked his flight into Turkey as they finalized what has become the most expensive transfer in Turkish football history. The deal surpassed the previous record of €19.5 million paid by Fenerbahce for Youssef En-Nesyri in 2024, underlining Galatasaray's ambitious push to compete at the highest level, including the UEFA Champions League. The 26-year-old Nigerian striker, who showed his incredible talent during a loan spell at Galatasaray last season, now has a permanent home in Istanbul. His impact during the 2024-2025 season was undeniable, scoring 37 goals and providing 8 assists in 41 matches, helping the club secure both the Super League and Turkish Cup titles. Real Madrid complete signing of Nigerian forward Chuma Okeke in major transfer move. Real Madrid complete signing of Nigerian forward Chuma Okeke in major transfer move. Real Madrid CF have officially announced the signing of Chuma Okeke, the American power forward who arrives from the Cleveland Cavaliers on a 2-year contract that will keep him at the club until June 30, 2027. Okeke, 26, is set for his first taste of European basketball following a 5-season NBA career with stints at the Orlando Magic, Philadelphia 76ers, and most recently Cleveland Cavaliers, who recently traded the Nigerian, amassing a total of 203 games in the league. The team has officially announced Frederic Vasseur will continue at the helm as team principal, marking a significant move for the future as the Frenchman leads the iconic Formula One team into a new era. Vasseur joined the iconic red team at the beginning of 2023. From 2026, the cars will undergo significant changes, transforming the racing landscape. Ferrari has been waiting for years for a championship, but both the drivers and the team itself have been far off the pace. And that's it on Sport News tonight. Freeman Usawi reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I remain Evelyn Izibili. Thank you and have a good night.